And a special traveling edition of Coffee with Cass. We're changing it up to Cocktails with Cass. Hey guys, it's me. I'm here. We're making it work, in a card room of my brother's apartment complex because I'm on the road this week. So now I just have to figure out how to crack open my cold one. It's a blue moon, I'm sorry. There we go. If I lose a finger, I did it for the vine. There we go. All right. What is up, you guys? It has been quite a day today. The first sip is the sweetest. Just doing my weekly check-ins. It was a very long week, but now I'm on vacation-ish because I only have weekends for a little while, and then, we'll see what happens. But I'm in Albuquerque right now. That is where all my family lives. It's basically my family hub, and so I just needed to take a little break. So here I am. My nephew's here. My sister is not. So guess who's in charge of the baby? But, there's also other people here, so it's not like I'm, advocating for drinking and holding a baby. Also, side note, don't drink if you're under 21. Don't drink and drive. The more you know. So I finally got it together enough to come up with a list of things that I want to talk about. And I'm going to keep this kind of short because, again, I'm with my family and I don't want to take away too much from them. But something that I wanted to address, which this is going to sound like I'm such a bigger deal than I am. I'm not. I just wanted to say it so there's proof of it, I guess. I broke up with Snapchat. And basically, I haven't posted on there, I want to say, in at least a month. But after they did, if you don't use Snapchat, there was an update. And basically, instead of being able to go through and watch all the stories of your friends, they were like, here's a bunch of random shit, and then you can try to find your friends, but you probably won't be able to because we're going to put other stuff in there anyway that you didn't ask for, but we're just going to throw it in here, and good luck finding anybody that you actually care about. And so I'm just not into it anymore. I was the Snap queen for quite some time, and I'm not into it, honestly. So I have since switched over to Instagram. That's also why I no longer list my Snapchat in my descriptions, which, unless you are me, you probably didn't even notice. But yeah, I figured it had just run its course. I'm sure they'll eventually change something because a lot of people hate it. I'm not the only one who's just against everything that Snapchat's been doing, but RIP, my relationship with Snapchat, that has just run its course, and it's over, guys. So very sorry to say, but here's to you. It was fun while it lasted. As I sit and talk about Snapchat like it's a friend that I lost from high school. But yeah, so this is week 2 that we're doing this, switching up to cocktails instead of coffee. This morning I went to go get a coffee and was going to do a coffee with Cass in the car, and then it was just a mix of things. I also on this trip forgot pants, which is kind of important when you're going to be going out into public, so I had to stop and buy pants. And then we were just running around, getting ready. I took my dog to a boarding facility because we're staying at a hotel, and there's just a whole lot of running around, but this is the first chance I've had today to just kind of sit and breathe. I landed at about 2 in the morning, and then went to sleep and woke up at 9 and still didn't feel rested, and then started to get a headache, which was not the best, but it finally went away. So now I'm just relaxing, gonna have some time with my family. And yeah, do this because I made a commitment to myself to do it. I feel about this, though, the way that I feel about, going to the gym. Not in the same way on the inside, but the idea of just doing it because I made a commitment to myself is the same. However, for the gym, I have, not a love-hate, because I feel like that's a very strong word, or phrase. It's a very strong phrase of a way to describe, going to the gym. But there's this angst that I feel when I go and when I don't go, but when I'm there, I just keep telling myself, you made a commitment to yourself, you're doing it, you're really like pushing yourself to do it. And then afterwards, I'm like just a sweaty mess. I'm like, why do I do this to myself? So it's sort of the same thing with this. I could have very easily just said, you know what, I'm just not going to do it this week. You know, it's not as easy as I want it to be, so I'm just going to take off. But I wanted to do it, and so that's why we're here. Third thing, which I would like to say, is that I was ill-prepared to do a questions video or even segment for this week. So I wanted to throw that on to this week as an announcement that is going to be something to be done next week. So I'm going to post on the social media that I use, which are now basically just Facebook and Instagram. Like, I use Twitter. I'll say stuff sometimes, but I'm not like tweeting my every thought. And honestly, that's fine. So we'll be doing that next week. So ask your questions. I will answer every single question. So I'm just going to put it that way, which should be interesting because if I post it on Instagram, Lord knows what is going to end up in my inbox. But I'm just going to do it because why not? You know, if you have something you want to know about me, let's just go ahead and do it. And my camera's blinking at me, so I'm going to take that as a sign that we need to wrap this up. I know it's shorter, but maybe that's better. Let me know that too. Is shorter better for this sort of thing? Or should I stick to like the 15 minutes? So 2 things we need to do. Number 1, ask me anything. Number 2, what time is good for this? Do you check out after 5 minutes? Do you want me to go the full 15 and tell stories? If I do, I'll make them interesting, I promise, because last week was just a shit show. But those 2 things, let me know. I love you very much. Thank you for tuning in. Cheers, and I will see you next Saturday. Bye.